Hello everyone, how are you doing today? I'm back, and if it sounds like I'm a little frustrated, that's because I am, because this is the second time I've tried recording this video, but alas, the first time, my computer had some technical difficulties, and yeah. So, unfortunately, you are not going to get as raw of a reaction, because the first take of this was taken about 10 minutes after I'd woken up and found out about the news, but you know what, maybe this one will be a little more coherent and less rambly, and I'll be able to have more concise thoughts on the matter. But what is that matter? Well, if you read the title, you probably know. I mean, Sonic. It's always Sonic. It's never not Sonic, really. But today, we got some brand new news regarding the Sonic Netflix show. That one that was announced while I was on hiatus, never really talked about. I put out a poll on my channel. Most of you wanted it to be more story-focused than comedy-focused, like Boom or Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. And seemingly that's what we're getting. Originally I just thought we found out the title, so I wasn't going to make this video, but then I looked more into it and I realized that we actually got some story details. So, but first let's not get ahead of ourselves. The title. It's called Sonic Prime, which I'm sure, like many others, I thought of Transformers when I first heard that. Which actually, doesn't Netflix have a Transformers cartoon? I kept meaning to watch that, but I never got around to it. But, and I gotta say, this logo is awesome. With like the Sonic part being all cracked and the Prime being like this chromatic, like the different colors, and it's so pretty. The show is apparently going to be 24 episodes, which makes me wonder if they're going to do the Netflix model I've seen a lot, where they drop it all at once, or if they're going to do kind of the Disney Plus, HBO Max model, where, you know, they go week to week. Because 24 episodes sounds like a lot to drop all at once, although granted, I guess maybe that's why it's not coming out until 2022. I haven't seen any of the animated stuff that Netflix does themselves. I have a younger sibling who watches some of that stuff. So I don't know, like, does that stuff come out all at once? Like, they're, in the original take, I remembered some of their shows, and now I don't. Like, I mean, that Transformers show again, but I think that was only, like, what, 6 episodes? I remember because I looked at it, and I was like, I'm gonna watch that, and then I didn't. But, there's the Troll Hunters, and, I don't know. So yeah, we'll see. But then, in that same quote, we have the big one. We have the main reason that I wanted to bring you this video. The 24-episode animated adventure for kids, families, and longtime fans draws upon the keystones of the brand and features the blue blur of video game fame in a high-octane adventure where the fate of a strange new multiverse rests in his gloved hands. Sonic's adventure is about more than a race to save the universe. It's a journey of self-discovery and redemption. What the shit does that mean? Multiverse? We're getting a Sonic multiverse? What? I mean, technically, if I'm going to be a nerd about it, we have gotten that before in the Zone Wars and the Archie comics. But, like, this is mainstream. Like, what are we gonna get? Like, is this gonna be like established universes in Sonic? Like, are we gonna get like you know, the Arthurian stuff from Sonic and the Black Knight? I can't assume so. I assume it's just gonna be mostly new stuff. Oh man, does this mean Classic Sonic's gonna be back? That wouldn't. I don't want that. Oh, maybe they could get Jaleel White back to. No, they won't. They would not get Jaleel White back to voice Classic Sonic. I think Martin Burke. What's he up to? So is this gonna be like the Shattered Dimensions of Sonic? For those of you who don't know, there's a game. It's called Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions, and for me, as a young Spider-Man fan, this was kind of my first exposure to like different spider people. Like, because obviously nowadays, you know, with the cartoons and with Into the Spider-Verse, I'm sure plenty of people know. Oh, there's all the different spider people, but like for me, it was just the one guy. And then it was like, no, there's a bunch, so I wonder if this is going to be kind of like that, but for Sonic. But again, there's not a lot of, like, different Sonic adaptations they could really use, though. So they're going to have to create some. Unless they want to, like, because, I mean, I guess they could use Boom, but, like, they're not gonna. Because that just ended, and it was kind of a failure. I guess maybe they could use movie Sonic, but like that would be kind of confusing, especially if it's Ben Schwartz voicing him in this, which I still hold to the belief that they probably got rid of Rogers so they could bring in Schwartz for more brand synergy, but I could be wrong about that. I don't know. Yeah, other than that, I don't know, because then you also have to get into the question of like, what does Sega own from some of those other incarnations, and what do they not own? But regardless, and then we have the quote about the journey of self-discovery and redemption. Why does Sonic need redemption? What did he kill someone? Like, why does he need? That's interesting. And then the self-discovery, that leads me to think that like, so Sonic's gonna have like an actual character arc in this. We haven't seen that in a long time. When was the last genuine character arc Sonic? It was probably something in Archie or... Nah, in X he was pretty static, which... That's nuts, because... I mean, you all have probably, if you're watching this, I'm sure you've seen at least a couple of my reviews of IDW. That's always been my biggest complaint, is that Sonic doesn't, like, grow or develop or learn. He's just kind of there. But it seems like in this, that's not going to be the case, which is interesting. And as far as the redemption, I wonder if maybe it's not so much Sonic redeeming himself as it is... Like, maybe Shadow will be in it, and, you know, maybe, like, redemption has always been a big thing for Shadow. Or maybe, like, Eggman, because we're probably going to see... If he's going to different alternate realities, then maybe we'll see, like, a heroic version of Eggman. I don't know. And then, after that, just the basic stuff. Like, you know, we got quotes from the different people working on it. Been like, Sonic's really cool, and, you know, he's millions of copies have been sold, and, you know, everyone loves him, and we love him, and, you know, we want to do justice to this. One little tidbit that I'm sure will draw ire from some people, but honestly, it's not... I don't see it as an issue, is that they say that the show will be targeted towards audiences 6 to 11, but is also made so legacy fans can enjoy it. That's not the exact quote, but I'm sure there will be a lot of older Sonic fans, or actually maybe younger Sonic fans, who are like, what? 6 to 11? Boo! But, like, guys, that's what all the shows were targeted towards. Like, SatAM, X, that was probably... They're shooting for the same demographic. And that's not a bad thing. Like, this is, like, Man of Action is working on this. Same guys who made Ben 10. I love Ben 10. Well, I did up till Omniverse. And then people told me Omniverse wasn't that bad, and I tried watching it, and... Yeah, it was alright, but, like, it wasn't the same. I'm getting off track here. But, like... Ben 10 was never made for adults. It was always targeted towards 6 to 11. It's just... It was written well, and it was produced well, so adults could enjoy it. You know, same with a lot of my favorite shows from when I was a kid that are still some of my favorite shows today, like Spectacular Spider-Man. That was like a Saturday morning cartoon for me growing up, and I still love it to death, but it was targeted towards children. And the problem doesn't come in a lot of shows from being targeted towards children. It comes from treating children like they're brainless, and treating them like they have to constantly be stimulated, and they have to constantly have stuff thrown in their face. If this show can treat these characters with a degree of subtlety and maturity, then it doesn't matter if it's targeted towards 6 to 11. Like, that's just an arbitrary number they threw out. The true test doesn't come from who it's aimed at, who its target demographic is, because the target demographic for none of these shows is adults. It's just a matter of how much respect they treat children with, if that makes sense. But yeah, so, not much more to say. Honestly, I'm super hyped for this. The only downside is, you know, again, we gotta wait till 2022 to see it, but we'll probably see a trailer sometime this year. But yeah, I'm very excited. Let me know in the comments below if you are also very excited. Let me know your thoughts on all the various things we talked about. But yeah, thank you for watching. If you like what you see, be sure to leave a like, consider subscribing, help grow the channel, and I will see you in the next video.